A long time ago, a giant was walking down a big road when suddenly a stranger appeared in front of him and said, "Stop, you're not taking another step." The giant burst out laughing and said, "What? You're just a tiny thing I could crush between my fingers, and you think you can stop me? Who are you to talk to me like that?" "I'm Death," said the stranger. "No one can escape me, and you're no different. You'll have to obey me." But the giant wasn't scared. He refused and started fighting with Death. The battle was fierce and went on for a long time, but in the end, the giant overpowered Death and punched him so hard that he fell to the ground, too weak to move. The giant just walked away, leaving Death lying there helpless. As Death lay there, he thought, "What's going to happen now? If I'm stuck here, no one will die anymore. The world will get so crowded that there won't even be space for people to stand." While Death was worrying, a young man came walking down the road. He was full of energy, singing a cheerful song and looking around as he strolled. When he saw Death lying there, barely conscious, the young man felt sorry for him. He walked over, helped him sit up, gave him a drink from his flask, and stayed with him until he felt better. Once Death had recovered a bit, he looked at the young man and said, "Do you know who I am? Do you realize who you've just helped?" "No," said the young man, "I have no idea." "I'm Death," he said. "I don't spare anyone, and I can't make an exception for you either. But since you helped me, I'll show you my gratitude. I promise I won't take you by surprise. Before I come for you, I'll send you some warnings." "Well," said the young man, "at least I'll know when you're coming. That's something, right? And until then, I'm safe from you." Feeling relieved, he went on his way, carefree and happy, living his life without a second thought. But youth and good health didn't last forever. Soon, sickness and troubles started showing up, making his days miserable and his nights sleepless. He thought to himself, "I'm not going to die, because Death promised to send me a warning first. But I really wish these awful days would end." Eventually, he got better and went back to enjoying life as if nothing had happened. Then, one day, he felt a tap on his shoulder. He turned around and saw Death standing there. "Come with me," said Death. "Your time in this world is up." "What?" the man exclaimed. "Are you breaking your promise? You said you'd send me warnings before you came. I haven't seen any." "Quiet," said Death. "I've sent you plenty of messengers. Remember when you had that fever that knocked you down and shook you? What about the dizziness that made your head spin? Didn't gout make your body ache? Didn't your ears ring? Didn't toothache stab your cheeks? And when things went dark in front of your eyes, wasn't that a clue? On top of all that, every night my brother's sleep came to remind you of me. When you lay there at night, wasn't it like you were already dead?" The man couldn't argue. He had no answer. In silence, He accepted his fate and followed death.